My name is Janet Gershik, and this is Conversations from my Caravan. Now, last time we had this conversation, I mentioned I was going to talk about finding love online and online dating and speed dating. You have to excuse my voice, by the way. I've got a sort of summer cold. I'm not sure if that's better or worse than a winter cold, but it will affect my voice for the next few moments, so forgive me for that. I was thinking there's anything new to say about online dating. All I know that being on your own sometimes is great. Being on your own all the time is not so good. And I don't think there's anything wrong with sharing your life with someone, a bit of love, a bit of romance, a bit of hand holding. But I am a very romantic person. And I've got this theory that having a cup of tea made for you by someone with love is the best cup of tea you're ever going to have. So being on your own is great for a while. But there are those occasions, aren't there, when, you're invited to a wedding, or a celebration, or a party, or drinks after work, or maybe at the weekend, or when you come home from work, when it's difficult and it's awkward. And why not share this with somebody? Apparently there's 1.5 million people chronically lonely in this country, which is a big number, and no one wants to be on their own, especially as you get older. You like to share things, share stories, share life, share love. I don't think this has happened to you, but only people in couples or relationships will say the following: "Oh my goodness, how fabulous it is to be on your own, all that time that you don't have to share with someone else. You can just do what you like. You don't have to listen to anybody. You don't have to be with anybody. And I'm sure after a while you get used to being on your own." And I think actually you're wrong. I don't think you ever get used to being on your own if you don't want to be. And as I say, only people in couples and relationships will say those things to you. I've tried online dating, not successfully. I got slightly freaked out by the photographs. I have to say, I came across lots of people with strange photos. Either they were in darkness, or half their face was covered with a hat, or they're turned away, or the photos were very old or maybe new and didn't show all details of their face, and that always worries me. I like to have face-to-face conversations and talk to people face-to-face. And also, I just want to warn you that I went online dating and I got scammed potentially. It didn't go any further. But they're very clever, these people, and they will say things like, yeah, I love that colour, that's my favourite colour too, and if we take this conversation away from this website, let's have a private conversation and I could be with you in 2 weeks. And for the moment, for a couple of seconds, you sort of think, really, possibly, and you feel very vulnerable, and they know it. And my best advice to you is, and there's plenty of advice online about online dating, you know that, and you'll find it very easily, but what I did was I showed the email to a good friend and I said, is this a scam? Because they weren't emotionally involved. I wasn't, but I had chosen to, do this online dating. So I did need a second opinion. And as they weren't involved emotionally, they said, absolutely, it's a scam. Stay away. Don't do anything else. Just keep away from this person. So if you've got someone, if you're in that situation, you've got someone who can do that for you, then that's the best thing to do. And I've also tried, I didn't continue, by the way, with any of that. I've also tried speed dating, which I'll tell you about next time, because I've got a few horror stories as well. But what I have learned is, if you want to succeed in life, this is what I think. You need persistence, you need determination, you need commitment, you need energy. And my goodness, it's tiring doing online dating. And if you can put all those into this situation, and then if it doesn't work, then you've done your best, and you can try something else. A couple of stories to end with, really, is that my grandma and my granddad met in North London in a bus shelter in the rain. They just sat in a bus shelter to get out of the rain, and they met. Someone once told my mum, a fortune teller many years ago, that her daughter, that's me, would meet someone at a wedding. Not my own, I've done that, but at someone else's wedding. So either I've got to move to North London and sit in the shelter for a long time while it rains, I've got to go or be invited to lots of weddings, or maybe in the end of all that I get a cat, and then we could have conversations from my caravan with my cat. So we'll talk about speed dating next time, but as I said, if you try online dating, loads of advice about how not to be scammed, because there's wicked people out there who are wanting to take advantage of people that are just looking for love and someone to share their life with. As always, I've got details on how to make contact. You can make suggestions about what we talk about on this conversations from my caravan, and there's all the details there. You can find me on Twitter and on Blogspot and Janet at janettalks.com, and of course those two important words, well, three: subscribe and share. So if you want to subscribe and share and tell people about these stories about online dating and everything else that I've been doing in the past couple of months, then that's be great. All the details will be online, so subscribe and share, and until then, take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.